So, for this explainer, we're not going to tackle some huge global issue or a complex scientific theory. Nope. Instead, we're putting one of the most common words in the English language right under the microscope. A word so simple, it's one of the first ones we ever learn. But, as we're about to see, it's hiding a surprisingly complex, well, secret life.
So let's just try a quick thought experiment. When I say the word cat, what do you picture? I'm guessing it's probably something furry, with whiskers, maybe it's purring on a windowsill. It feels like one of the most straightforward words there is. But what if I told you that simple, three-letter word is kind of an illusion?
And look, this isn't just a feeling, it's actually official. The word cat is on the Basic English 850 list. That's a core set of words that are considered essential for anyone learning the language, so it's literally classified as one of the most fundamental building blocks of English. But what if this humble, three-letter word is leading a double life? Or a triple one, maybe even a quadruple life? We are about to peel back all the layers on the word cat, and I promise you, you will never look at it the same way again.
First up, let's explore cat in its most familiar role, as a noun. A word for a thing. But as we're about to see, the question of what kind of thing, well, that's where the story really starts to get interesting.
Okay, so this is the cat we all picture first. The one that might be on our laps right now. The star of a million internet videos. This is the classic definition. It's familiar, it's comfortable, and it's just the very first piece of a much, much larger puzzle.
But of course, the word cat also refers to the entire family of wild felines. So all of a sudden, our small domestic pet is in the same linguistic club as lions, tigers, and panthers. Already, the word has a whole lot more power and scope than we might have thought.
Now this is where it starts to get a little weird. A cat can also be shorthand for a catfish. Yeah, no fur, no paws, lives completely underwater. The only real connection seems to be the whiskers. That's a pretty fragile thread connecting two completely different animals. And the jumps just keep getting bigger. From the animal kingdom, we land squarely in the world of military hardware. In naval slang, a cat is a catapult, the device that launches aircraft from a carrier. I mean, how on earth do you go from a purring pet all the way to a powerful piece of machinery?
And to bring it right into the digital age, for any programmers out there, you know that cat is a common command in Unix systems used to display a file's contents. Okay, so let's just recap for a second. The same single word can be a pet, a predator, a fish, a piece of military hardware, and a line of code. And get this, we've only talked about the noun so far.
But cat isn't just a word for a thing. It's also a word of action and description. And this is where its secret life gets even more fascinating.
I'm going to bet that for most of us, the answer is probably no. We think of a cat doing things, chasing, sleeping, jumping. But have you ever actually used the word cat itself as a verb?
Yeah, the difference here is pretty stark. On one side, our familiar feline friend. On the other, a completely unrelated action. In nautical terms, to cat an anchor means to hoist it up onto a part of the ship called a cathead. It's this super specific technical term hiding inside one of the most basic words we know. It's wild.
Okay, so let's break that down. We've got the nautical term we just talked about. But in slang, to cat can also mean to vomit. And in computing, just like cat is the noun for the command, it's also the verb for the action of using it. You literally cat a file. So, yeah, 3 verbs, 3 completely different worlds.
And just when you think you've got it all figured out, there's one more twist. Cat can also be an adjective. Turns out, in informal Irish English, if something is cat, it means it's just terrible, awful.
You can see it in a sentence right here. The weather these few days has been cat. It's a very specific regional use, but it just proves how flexible this little word is. So it can be a thing, it can be an action, and it can be a word for something that's just plain awful.
Okay, so we've established cat has a ton of meanings, but its influence doesn't just stop with its definitions. Now let's take a look at its family and its incredible journey around the world. 116. Just let that number sink in for a second. What do you think that number could possibly represent? It's a surprisingly big number to be associated with one little word.
Well, that is the number of languages that have an entry for a version of the word cat on Wiktionary. From Afrikaans all the way to Zulu, this word has found a home. It's a genuine linguistic superstar, recognized all over the globe.
And its family tree, just within English, is huge. I mean, the word's DNA is everywhere. A caterwaul is the cry of a cat. A catwalk is that narrow, elevated walkway. To be catty is to be spiteful. And then you have words like copycat, kitten, and even the mysterious caterpillar. They are all part of this word's extended family.
All right, so we've seen cat as a noun, a verb, and an adjective. We've seen its global reach and its sprawling family tree. So what does all of this tell us about what it really means for a word to be basic?
And this really gets to the heart of this whole exploration. You know, we usually think basic means simple, maybe even limited. But what this shows us is that in language, the most basic words are often the most powerful. They're like linguistic Swiss Army knives, able to adapt and change and take on all these new meanings as our world evolves.
So, after everything we've uncovered, from house pets to computer code, from hoisting anchors to describing terrible weather, can we really call cat a simple word anymore? It really seems like the answer is, well, anything but simple.
And that really leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? If a word as common as cat is hiding this much complexity, what about words like run, set, or go? How many other words that we use every single day are just waiting for us to notice their own secret lives? Thanks for exploring with me on The Explainer.